Hey, welcome everybody. Brian here from T-sportline, coming to you today from our Atlanta headquarters, and I'm going to go through an introduction and installation of the T-sportline screen protectors for all Teslas Model 3Y, S, and X. We have these for all 3s and Ys from the beginning, 2017 in Model 3, 2020 for Model Y, all the way up through present with the Highland, which we're sitting in, and a Juniper on the Model Y. And we also have them for Model S and X starting in 2021 all the way up through the final ending in 2026. Now, what's a little bit different about the T-sportline screen protectors are these are a polyethylene product. It's a PET screen protector, and that's meant to be the thinnest of screen protectors that will give you both the protection, preserve the full optical quality, and protect against scratches, but not desensitize the touch. There's nothing more annoying than putting a screen protector on a phone or in your car and then losing the touch sensitivity. We wanted zero loss of touch sensitivity, which is why we went with a PET screen protector. Now, in our kits, we provide 3 copies. So there's 3 examples or 3 screen protectors that are going to go on both the front screen and the rear screen. And the reason we give you 3 is in case you damage one, maybe the pet scratches it or something, you can remove it and install another one, and you don't have to just go buy another kit from us. So it's a 3-pack that comes in here. And of course, we're going to go through installation, but if you mess one up or you get it crooked, you have 2 more tries. And then of course, it is a lifetime limited warranty. So once you get it installed, if you have any troubles, just reach out to us and we'll replace it for you. All right, let's get started. I'm going to go through unpacking this and walk through all the steps for installation. Okay, I'm going to unpack the Tesla Model 3 Highland Juniper package here. And since that car has a factory rear screen, we've got that covered too. But you're gonna see that there are 3 front screen covers. These come secured in a little wrapping here. I'm gonna pull that out. And then the screen has a protection cover on the front and the rear. When we get to installation, I'm gonna walk through that, but there's 3 of these in there. And then we have 3 of these screen installation packets. This is going to include a cleaning wipe, a dry wipe, and then some tabs in case there's any dust. You can grab that with that. So there's 3 of them, 1 for each of the front screens. And then the same thing for the rear screen. We're going to have 3 of these, and just like the front screen, pull it out, and it's got a cover on the front and on the back side, the sticky side. And for that, we have 3 more installation packets. Okay, let's go ahead and get in the car and we'll install these. First, keep everything clean. I suggest you get your car inside, close the garage door. You definitely want to stay away from any dust or wind, and you need some good lighting. Generally, it's dark inside the car, but the better you can see everything and reach everything, the better the installation is going to go. The next thing I want to do is get familiar with the parts. And you're going to notice I have 1 screen here and I have 1 packet. Leave everything in the package until you're ready to use it, just to cut down on any of the dust or static that affects it. So I'm going to pull this front screen out. Actually, before I do that, first thing I'm going to do is set the screen up into cleaning mode. That way, you're not going to be messing around with the car, accidentally clicking on things and getting distracted. So I want to turn the AC off because I don't want it blowing anything around inside the car. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is I'm going to go to the display setting and enter screen clean mode. And that's going to lock the screen and let me touch it and do everything I can without messing around with the car. Okay, it's installation time. Couple of things, my hands are clean. I washed them before we got this started. I've got no dust in here. The HVAC system in the car is off. There's no wind blowing. So I think we're ready to go. I'm going to open up the accessory packet here. And you're going to see we have the dry cloth here. We have the wet wipe here. And similar to if you've installed a screen on your cell phone before, we have some sticky tabs in case there was dust on the screen before installation. I could touch them with this, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up the wet wipe. And we're going to clean off the screen now. And this is where doing a good job and cleanliness matters the most. You know, you've been touching your screen and it's full of fingerprints and anything residual. We really want to get this as clean as possible. So like anything else, if you put the effort into prepping and cleaning nicely, it's going to pay off. Just like if you install on your cell phone, you've got to get the screen super clean. I'm going around all the edges. I did a rough cut on one side, and now I'm going to go on the same wipe and on the back side, which is clean. I'm going to just slowly wipe down the whole thing. And I want to make sure my fingers aren't touching the screen at all. It's just the wipe. You may need to get up on an angle and really look at the screen and make sure you have no dust, no streaks. It's as clean as possible. And that looks really good. Now I'm going to take my dry wipe and just go over it one last time. Make sure there's no residual from the wet wipe. And I can tell by looking at the screen on an angle, it's really clean. There's no dust, no finger smudges. Okay, it looks really good. Now before we get rolling, I want to get one of my dust stickers prepared so that I'm not fumbling around if I need it during installation. I like the long skinny dust stickers that are called guide stickers. I just pull one off and get it ready to roll and stick it on the edge. In case I need it, it'll be quick and easy to grab while we do the install. Now going back to the screen protector, again, it's got a cover that says peel off after installation is completed. Guess what? We're gonna pull that off first. And the reason is because if you pull that off at the end, it could actually pull this back up. And if you put a lot of effort into getting all the bubbles out first, pulling that off could cause some bubbles. So we're good, take it off first, even though it says after installation. Now the next one is going to be peel off before application, and that's the one we're going to get started on, and that exposes the sticky side. So the screen is ready. I'm going to pull this back just a little bit. We only want to expose about 1 inch of the screen protector to get started. So just take your time, don't wrinkle anything, and slowly pull that back. And I'm going to get set up where I have maybe 2 inches worth of the screen protector exposed. I'm going to flip it around and hold it with my fingers like this. And now we're going to just focus on lining up the screen protector like we prepped in the beginning, left to right, top to bottom, about 1/8 of an inch from top to bottom, and left to right. Okay, once I've got that lined up, I'm going to let it fall onto the screen, and I'm going to hold it up top, and then I'm going to rearrange my hand in the back, and I'm going to pull some of this backing out, get about halfway out, and now I can start to let this screen protector drop down, and you're going to see it almost just looks like it's melting onto the main Tesla screen, and it looks great. Now, if I had any bubbles, I can just peel it back up slowly to where the bubble is and let the bubble fall out and drop it back down. So I'm about halfway, and I'm going to pull this backing out more with my finger, and we're going to continue to slowly let it fall onto the screen. And if I have any bubbles, I can back up to the bubble and work them out. Now, what I'm going to tell you is if you find a spot where there's a bubble and you can't get the bubble to go away, look closely. It may actually be a piece of lint. And let's say there was a piece of dust or lint or something on the edge here. I'm going to grab my sticker, okay? And then I can pull back up the cover, and wherever that dust is, I can use the sticky part of this sticker, put it against the back, the sticky side of the screen protector on that dust or lint, and pull it off, and it's going to pull that dust or lint off. It's really cool. Okay, so now I'm working my way back down. And again, you notice I have not pulled the backing completely off. So I got a little bubble, I backed up. Now when I get toward the bottom, I'm going to pull this backing completely off and just keep a finger on the edge. And as I drop this down, I get to the bottom and then I drop it, a little bubble there, a little bubble here. And you can use the soft cloth if you need to like push a bubble out toward the edge. There's 2 small bubbles here, and I'm just going to work them out to the edge. And there you have it, guys. I can go around with this soft cloth and just give everything a once over push down, make sure it's good, make sure there's no bubbles. And that screen protector looks fantastic. All right, let's move into the back seat next. And now in the back seat, it's going to be basically a repeat of what we did in the front. One thing to pay attention to is, do you have a Tesla where the screen in the back is tapered? On the Model S, for instance, it's tapered. So you have to figure out when you're lining up the screen before you get started, do you have it upside down or not? If you try to put it on upside down, it's not going to fit right. So get familiar in the back, just like we did up front. It's the same thing. There's a little bit of margin to the edge of the screen. Not as much as we had in the front, but it's a little bit. And we need to get very familiar with how this lines up when it's lined up properly. Okay, I've got a good feel for that. So it's close to the edge. This screen doesn't have as much taper. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put that aside for a second. I'm going to open up my packet. We've got another dry cloth. I brought some more of the tabs back from the front. And I'm going to get to my wet wipe first. And we'll wipe this down. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. And looking at it at an angle, make sure I've got it perfectly clean. Now I'm going to take my dry cloth and do the same thing. Make sure it's totally dry, dust and lint free. And everything looks pretty good. So let's get the screen protector. I've got one of my tabs here ready to roll. And the first thing I'm going to do is peel off after installation. I'm pulling that off first. Now I've got the one that says peel off before installation. And I'm going to do the same thing. Pull it down a little bit. Just enough so I get to the top of it exposed. I'm going to flip it around. And then I'm going to come in here and carefully line this up. Left to right, top to bottom. Okay, once I'm happy with the way it's lined up, I'm going to hold it from the top again, pull the backing off, and just start letting it fall down onto the screen, looking for any bubbles. Little bubble here, I can go back up. And as I work my way down, pull off the backing. Okay, now I can grab my dry cloth, go back over everything, a little bit of firm pressure, make sure there's no bubbles, and we're good. We've got it lined up. I'm happy with the way it looks. I can exit the screening protecting mode. This is locked back here, but I'll unlock it up front. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is very helpful. Remember, do it in a clean area, no wind, no dust. Take your time, line it up a few times, get familiar with this. Watch this video twice so you're ready to roll, and good luck with the installation. Make sure you give me a thumbs up for the video and subscribe to the channel, and come back soon. We've got more installation videos coming your way.